Greetings, salutations, Ben here, guitar here, setup video, well, there. How's everyone doing? Good. Of course, zero prep as usual. Doing this on a Sunday. I don't usually work on guitars on Sundays because I'm busy doing live shows on Sundays, but our good friends Charles 75N and Seth Presley from Presley, California Customs just wrapped up their show. Talk about guitar setups, and we're talking strings. I don't know, stuff we're talking about. Now, you know what? Since the fellow's playing on the Monday night shows again, he's been going through. Right, these are the strap locks that don't actually lock, right? Oh, that one locked this time. No, did it? No, it didn't. See? No. So we don't need the strap. Strap on, strap off, the strapper. Let's easy. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we got the Turser JT220D. Don't know what the D stands for. Not a clue. It's this package from Gibson Strings. That was the previous setup. There's the rest of the packaging for the Gibson Strings. All right, what do we got in here? Stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Cool. Anyways, distracted. Yep, don't need any tape. Shouldn't. All right, so let's give it a bit of a cleanup. Check the settings. We'll call it right. Setup. As I was saying in Charles and Seth's chat, for an action, once it's set, unless this bends, it doesn't need to be set again. Once it's set, it's set. Only thing, oh, my action's high. No, your neck moved. Truss rod adjustments. That's all you need to do going forward, which we'll check as well. Excuse me, coughing right into the mic. Also, if we do adjust in here going forward, I'm taking a page. Why don't you start de-stringing and stuff while you're talking, Ben? Multitask, right? Probably gonna leave the truss rod cover off going forward, because I noticed Tim Pierce does that all the time, and he seems to know what he's talking about. Because that's the only thing you end up doing is truss rod adjustments after a while. Nope, always the wrong way every flipping time. All right, so what I'm gonna do is also this guitar looks very clean on camera, and you know what? For the most of it, especially parts that come into contact with a fella's cottony t-shirts and stuff. Got these vintage shot glasses. I think I got a set of 4, and I've tracked down 2. Look at those suckers. Right? I know. Let's just put those up here so we'll lose them again. Perfect. Totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so clean where it comes into contact, but not so clean in reality. And the reason I mention that is because this hung on the wall of a home of a fairly heavy-duty smoker. All kinds. Yeah, green, brown, whatever, right? What's that? Garbage. But anyways. So, I'm just noticing, the end of the tuners got a bunch of mung on them because I never cleaned the end of the tuners. Literally. You can't see what I'm talking about right there. Anyway, so I'm going to spend a few minutes cleaning that up. Also, you may have noticed this is top wrapped. Therefore, if I'm not mistaken, these should have an extra set of ball ends that we used, because that sucks this part that can be sharp where the twisty bits are. That's the only problem with these, is sometimes they don't want to be released. So yeah, I'm going to struggle with this for a day and a half. Extra ball end? Yeah, extra ball end. And so, yeah. We're going to retrieve the string ball ends, we'll put them in here with all the crap that's left over from other repairs and stuff. Don't know what those parts are for, but you know what? When I need them, I know they're in there. So like I say, I'm going to de-string, do some cleaning. You don't need to see me clean. No, it's just me with a cloth. I don't know, if I use any products, I'll let you know. All right, we'll recap the cleaning. How about that? Okay? Okay. Stand by. I know. All right, welcome back. Did a bunch of cleaning. Still cleaning. It's got an excellent flash point. Evaporates instantaneously. It's okay on any kind of painted surface. So I'm just removing any mung buildup before oiling the fat board, as it were. Oh, I gotta get some more of this soon. I can feel it. Let's get low. Ooh. Getting the fumes though, I'll tell you that much. And you know what? I think I don't think we'll dispense with the lowers, but we don't need a whole lot of fret polish. But we're going to hit it with a 4. We're going to hit it with 1,000, which is my finishing. But Charles, 75N that is, he starts at like 1,500 and goes up to, I don't know, like 49,000 grit. I don't know what it was. It's all the grits though. I was literally playing this last night and it played fine, but the strings were getting a little tired, as they say. So, mazel, we got them, and we'll get to that in a minute. What strings are you using, Ben? Well, worry about that when it's time to worry about it, right? All right, oh, still wearing that. All right, where's my 1,000? There it is. See now, I remember a fella bought like a power buffing wheel thing, micro mesh, so it's like even high. It's like 3,000 grit, and I paid like $20-30 for that single disc. And you think a fella could find it? Nope, that's correct. Not a clue. Should be, I don't know, in amongst this mess. What's the grit level of that? 1,000 grit, so it's the same as this. Lateral move, Ben. That's fine. Well, we got this pad. It's higher. I don't know how much. But maybe we'll hit it with that as well. All right. I'm going to continue polishing. Polishing. Polishing is complete. Apparently. What's up, cat? Got a cat. It's watching or something. I don't know. You coming in? No? All right. I always forget to put this upside down. You know, pre-soak, if you will. That'll work. You don't like lemon. Fun fact, cats not big citrus fans. Also, because, you know, it's only been, I don't know, out of the guitars I currently own, we'll say, this thing probably has more gigs on it than any other guitar. Yeah, that's right, I said it. I gigged with this $200 guitar. And, it's funny, but yeah, I'm sure this has happened to all y'all. You're tuning up to pitch, you know, and then all of a sudden you're tink, and it's always the G string. It always just jumps the shark. You know, you're approaching pitch, and all of a sudden tink, and it goes over. Right? Well, this has been doing that. It's the one flaw, if you will, with this guitar. And you would think when I used to run 11 gauge strings on it, that would have, you know, rectified it. Nope, just made the problem worse. Went back down to 9s. Still a little grabby. So we're gonna just widen out that slot just a touch. Not much. Doesn't need much. You know, we're talking fractions, Trev. I know he doesn't like fractions. He's all about the metric system. This is metric system. You don't need fractions. So that's right. Well, that's true, but you know what? We're going with fractions. There we go. Is that enough? Sure. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe that in, and then I don't know. I haven't decided. Am I going to use a file, or am I just going to do the old sandpaper around the string? Nope, strings aren't on. Also, fun fact: should have checked the relief before I took the strings off. Just, you know, mazel, easier. All right, let's get this all in there. This, that, and the other thing. Fretboard is conditioned. And don't use too much. I'd rather use too much than not enough, because you could just wipe away the excess. I don't know. You can tell by the quality of the label how it's. I don't know. I've had this like 10 years, and you can see the full line. I'm just saying. You know, it's basically like new. And just remember, folks, whenever you're conditioning your fretboard, don't forget that if you have any other exposed wood anywhere, and by exposed wood, I mean untreated, unfinished, you know, exposed to the elements, to hit it as well, you know, like if you got acoustic, you got a big chunk of wood right there, you know, hit it. All right, there we go. Perfect. Go. All right, so string choice. I know I was talking in the Charles chat. See, I keep refreshing. Well, I just watched the show, and I said I just ordered in a 10-pack of D'Addario XS strings. Not like excess, like, oh, those are excessive. XS. Those are the two letters. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, 100 grit. That. Yep. It'll work nicely. Seth is like, you don't do it this way. Well, you know what? A fella can. That's what I'm saying. A fella can. You know, little piece. Fold it. So you got here, on the outside. And I don't want to push down. Feel. Burr on the side. I felt it. All right. Now, through the magic of television, I'm going to pull out something that comes to an edge but isn't too wide. This one? Nope. Wait, is it? Nope. It doesn't come to a point. It's beveled. Sure. Oval, maybe. Letting the file do the work, not pushing at all. So, see how that works out for us. Oh, you know what? Where was the high capacity? Oh, it was there, and now it's not. Is that it? That is it. Just thought, you know what? Since we're here, 1000 grit, super smooth. All right. Oh yeah, I can. Again, I'm not pushing down. Just trying to smooth out the sides a bit because I like the nut action. There we go. Hey, there's my Gibson tool. That'll lose. Sure. Okay, let's strings. Well, we got them sitting here. We're going with, yep, this thing's had Ernie ball sacks forever. Likes them. I don't mind them, you know. So now, I remembered. I just direct, so we know which way that faces. Got tailpiece. Come on, let me see you shake your tailpiece. Come on, let me see you shake your tailpiece. Nope. Oh, how does a fella get in a knot? Easy. There. All right. So, what you want to do is to avoid on the top wrap having. Where's the camera? There. See, it's all twisted. Well, you can't really see it that well. It's all twisted and stuff. Well, you don't want that digging into the hand. So you take an extra ball end, slip it on the end. Probably talked about this the last time I did a restring. And that way, when you pull it through, the doubled up part isn't going to be digging into your hand. Wow, I need to polish that a little bit. Bits about, let's close the window. The cat left. Oh, the cat's over there. Oh, the cat just noticed me closing the window. It's like, I was watching. No, you weren't. Now you're just crouching, staring at me, making me guilty. I don't know why. Just is. All right. So that's one. Yeah, make sure I did it the right way. A string. All right. How about you flip them over, Ben? So you're there. You go. Sure. All right. So I'm gonna get it to here, and then we'll come back. Editing. Sure. Okay. And since people like to, bitch and moan and complain and carry on in the comments, I think half of them just need a hug in life. But well, don't top wrap. You're going to wreck the finish on your tailpiece. It's going to just wreck it and dig into it. And the cats just look at me now. Who are you talking to? I'm talking to the people on the camera thing. Viewers. Yeah. Anyways, retail $200, right? So needless to say, not exactly high quality. Now, does it mark the back? I'm doing the top wrap. Let's look. Ooh, you'll see very slight scoring. Mostly right at this leading edge, again, where the twisty bits will come up to the edge. Sometimes they'll, see? But they don't go all the way across. And yeah, there's just literally right on the very highest spot, just a little mark. Don't worry about it. Again, if you're so, I want a top wrap, but I don't want to wreck this. All right, well, buy another one of these. Take your original one, throw it in the case, or, Ziploc bag, and then don't label it so you forget what it is within 3.5 minutes. You don't have to use the original. Oh, I don't want to buy a tailpiece. Well, then, look. You're just making up excuses at this point, is what I'm saying. All right. Now, we're going to use a load-bearing suction cup to hold that in place. See how that works? There you go. See? Here. Ooh, look at that. In the movie. All right. So, it's the key. You pull so it's taut. Taut. And then wrap it around. And as you pull it, it will pull nice and tight eventually. Oh, excuse me. And then figure out where you want. All right, boom. With that. There's 1, 1.5, 2, about 2 1/4, which is fine with me. I'm fine with a wrap and a half. I don't do all this excessive wrapping. If the strings don't slide out, don't worry about it. Although, as I recall, this one maybe, I think it's the high E. I gotta put an extra wrap on. I wish I changed the strings on this more often. I used to remember that because I would change strings on this thing twice a month. Twice a month? Yes, because, after about 15 hours of playing, they're not 100%. And you figure 2 to 3 gigs a month. And the gig is minimum 90 minutes if we're just playing a set. And let's try going in the saddle this time. There we go. And yeah, and then rehearsals twice a week, and those are, 3 hours probably of playing, because they would last 4 hours, but an hour is socializing and breaks and such. And yeah, about there. All right, I was going to just do the rest of these and pause the video, so I might just do that once I get this wound. Again, trying to save on the time so it's not a 45-minute video for a setup, right? There we go. All right, pause this. I'll be back once they're strung. Strings are installed. Not sure why I have a buzz, but I think it's just a loose string. Sure. Ow. Always get poked on the inside of the wrist when these things are hanging up in the air like this. Come on. You can do it. Didn't get any clink. Tuning up the pitch, so that's good. All right. They call it a string stretcher because you can't stretch strings, so it's not a string stretcher. But this will help seat things. So that's why I keep my finger over the nut, because if you go too far, you pop the string out of the nut. And easy on the plain strings, especially if you play a light gauge like I do. You can snap one of these if you have any kind of burrs. On the other hand, maybe that's a good thing, because then find out where the burr is and eliminate on it. How do you eliminate on a burr? Well, it depends on where it is, Ben. Or asker of question. Well, I suppose it could be a guy named Ben asking a question. Sure. Just getting reasonably close for string tension. Ooh. You went right down to, oh, see, now that seated it. There we go. All right, so why I'm not really caring exactly about pitch. Just want to get close for neck tension, because we're going to check. Yeah, that's all fine. Let's check some neck relief. Want to see 5 thou. Oh, there's 6. Close enough. All right, up. Playing position. Well, some people do it at the 12th. I do it at the body joint. 7th fret. And there is too much relief. So the neck needs to be tightened. See? That's why. Ow. Digging in again. Now, fortunately, if I was to put these 3 screws and this truss rod cover in a bag, I don't need to label it, because the truss rod tells me what it is. And that's what we're going to do going forward. I even always forget to put these back on in the videos anyway, so mazel. All right, anytime. Apparently I'm quite gassy. All right. Now, being that this is made in the big chin, I'm going to assume either a 3 or a 4, or, you know, combine them, 4. Will you release? Thank you. Which way are you going to go? All right. Now, before I forget, got all these little bags and stuff. What's in that? No. I want a Ziploc one. There we are. Open sesame. Sure. Thing. All right. There we go. See? Boom. And then we'll just file this up on the shelf so we can, you know, forget what it is. Perfect. All right. That's a big one. That's a 4. These my metrics? They are. 4. Open. Thank you. Ow! Seriously. If it wasn't bad luck, I'd clip you before I'm done the setup. With the amount that it had, come on. Thank you. I'm gonna go with that because that was only about 1/8 of a turn. Can a fella get that back in, or am I gonna have to move strings? Let's try it this way. Hope that worked. Oh yeah. All right, let's see what we're at now. Let's easy. You can go back actually. You don't even need to be up because we're not putting the cover back on. We discussed this already in the previous episode. No, current episode. What do we got now? Could go a bit more. Not a lot. Just a bit more. Again, this was playing, which shows you, you know, when it's gradual, you know, the neck is ever so slightly, and all of a sudden one day it, you know, like say it jumps the shark, and you're like, this is unplayable. But if it moves super slow, you don't even notice it. And then all of a sudden you're like, why is this out of spec? Yeah, a bit more. It's getting there. Which tells me it's a nice fine thread. You know, it's not like, it looks like a drill bit where a quarter turn, you know, allows you to make minute adjustments. Is that a word? Minute? Small is what I'm looking for, is the word. You know what? You'll be a dick. That's right, under tension even. Can a fella just mangle it? Come on. 12 years later. Oh, there. All right. There. Let's try that. See where try that and see where we're at. Well, this could be an 1.5 hour long video again, I can tell. Because, you know, nothing ever just goes right when you hit the record button. As soon as you hit record, all hell breaks right loose. Nice. There we are. There we are. All right, let's check string action. I don't know. Where? Body joint again? Let's go with the 15. No, you go with the 12th. I always measure at the 12th for some reason. We're not looking at millimeters. We're not Trev. 3/64. Perfect. Which is what I like. Oof. That's how? That's like just a, let's get that on the pad. Just under 2? Once. Put it down. Let's move the sharp object. At least once a show. The fella's gotta knock this off. All right. Well, you know what? Not buzzing at 2/64. aka 1/32. We are not going to complain about that at all. All right, that's like half factory. All right. Oh yeah, don't put your tuner away, man. You got intonation again. Should be okay. All right, got to retune as we tightened up the truss rod, which pulled the headstock back, which pulled everything sharp, except for you. Aha! We see. Now it's acting like it's in a back bow. What's going on? That can't be right. Why are you acting like you're in a back bow? Body joint. Oh, you did too, you little bastard. Oof, man. All right. This is why we check things. We're going to back that off. Just can a fella get back in there to back it off? There. Just a skosh. Sure. You, where were you? Just, all right, you're just, oh, you need to go forward a bit. What's that, a slot? Sure. Well, you know what, let's back off the tension. There. I like to make sure the saddle actually goes forward. Good. Yep. Okay, you need to go forward just a hair as well, but you know, the G string, we're just going to pull you up. Oh, well, you're pretty much out of adjustment, so I don't know. Can a fella get any more on that? All right, well, we just snugged you right up. Did it, all right. Avoided having to switch that saddle around. Yep. Why aren't you doing this in the playing position? Because I don't. Oh. Yep. Nice. Nice. All right. Also, let's check the action on the high side still. We are going to bring that up just there, a quarter turn, just still well below factory spec, but there we are. So got it all set up. I don't know how long this is gonna be, an hour-long video again. Perfect. All right, where's the? There they are. Everything's done. We're good. Trap, pickup height. Don't worry about it. Sounds great. I adjust those by ear. You know, start in the factory area. Then if you find, you know, like a pickup's really bassy, drop down the neck side a bit and leave the treble side up. Just saying. They put 2 screws in there for a reason, folks. There we are. So on that note, I've been Ben. You've been you. Cat's staring at me still outside. And have a good day. Happy tone chasing and all that fun stuff. Peace, folks.